The world of war as we see it. What is his name? Al Baghdadi? Hey, daddy. Kind of didn't really pay attention that it was that guy who ran ISIS. Didn't care at the time. Started maintaining, watching, paying more attention to the news when it started to matter. I think that's the big problem with a lot of people these days, is they just don't care, and rightfully so, until it affects your life. You don't really tend to care. You got better things to do. But in this day and age, we should put more emphasis. It's kind of like in schools, where you learn to budget, you learn to cook, you learn how to deal with a checkbook. Well, that would go with budgeting. A lot of those things are gone in schools. Now you get stupid, math and how racist it is. Saw a report on that. That was pretty funny. But the news in general, you should probably spend a little more time on it and not focusing on, the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the, major news organizations, but focusing on news in general. When I watch the news and I read the reports, I look everywhere. I see what one person says and another person says, and I, make my conclusion based on that. Based on how they say things, do things. But with this guy, not knowing that he was the one that basically started up ISIS, and now he's dead and gone, and they're making a big deal out of it. Yeah, I can see why. A terrorist going in and hurting a lot of people, and then cowardly running and hiding instead of standing up for his belief system. That's my opinion. Just saying that he passed away, or was taken out. I think they could have gone that route, adding in all the rhetoric, crying and screaming. It don't matter to me one way or another. That's one of those things of, you're going in to take out a bad guy, and as most people know, fight or flight, and chicken shits usually sit in the background. They're not the ones actually shooting. They're just the talk. You find a lot of people like that. I don't know if I'd be like that myself, but, that's the nature of the beast. We tend to act all big and tough, and then, when it comes to fight night, you see the true winners and the true losers. When it comes down to it. Since I've never been put in that situation, I really don't know. That's probably why I don't own a gun, because I can see myself being stupid and just using it in the heat of the moment, and I don't like that. And then realize later on it's not in defense. So, my choice. I'm not comfortable with it, so, again, it made sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to others. What's going on with all this kind of stuff I was watching, and two things, the one side, mainstream media, trying to paint a picture of, the scholar and everything else. It's like, dude, he's a terrorist. Just get over it. Well, we're trying to be nice to the Muslim, people here in America. And it's like, I think the true Muslims, and I can agree with, like, Bongino, I think they're happy that he's out of the picture, and, they don't like him as a reference for their religion. I mean, it would be like, the Christians in Jamestown. Well, every single time you talk about Jamestown, it's the Christians. No, that's not how it works. There's bad groups of Muslims. There's bad groups of Christians. And in all fairness, I need to hear more about the bad groups of Christians too. We have them running around. I know of a few of them around here where, their rhetoric is all Muslims are bad. And yeah, I don't agree with it. Because I have some Muslim friends that are amazing people. Just like, all, illegal immigrants are bad. Okay. Well, we know that's not true. So, yeah. I don't know. Comes down to your belief system. And getting the information correct. Actually seeing all the information, not just one side. Especially now when they keep finding and debunking. Who was it, the last one? NBC? Where it was a building being blown up here in the United States, and they said it was, not in Syria. Maybe it was in Syria. They were using that footage to say, this is the war zone over there, and they were caught. You have to look around, and even hearing, Fox, they have to, go back and say, hey, sorry, wrong information, said the wrong thing, my bad. Everybody does it. But when you're blatantly doing it, that, you have to find your sources elsewhere. So, this video is just a rant on all of that. Been gone for a little bit, had issues with my eye, so, get back into doing videos when I feel like it. Like I said, just doing this for fun, so I can look back and, maybe my views changed. But yeah, they really should start looking into adding it into school. How to research things better, including the news. Why it's important to stay informed, seeing changes. And I mean, you don't have to spend all day like I do watching the news. I have it running because I got nothing better to do. It's background noise, for me. Unless I'm hanging out with my kids doing stuff, then, we have Wreck-It Ralph going. Yeah. So, when I'm sitting here at the computer, it's news. It's information. When I'm on my phone, in the bathroom, it's news. It's information, Just one of those things. But you're like, okay, too much information. Well, yeah, sometimes the news is that. But anyways, hopefully we can move forward, see where things go. I'm hoping someday all the wars are done with. Just a waste of life. I mean, if you want population control, let Mother Nature do it. Don't do it yourself. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, I understand they're bad cookies here, there, everywhere. But war seems to be a waste of time, a lot of waste of time, a lot of waste of money. Whether it's for a good cause or not, it's just, yeah. I'm happy for the people out there that do it. I'm grateful for the people out there that do it. Give their lives for it. Several of my friends have. Some of them haven't come back. Much respect to them. It's never a pretty sight. But with all of that, peace.